everybody, my name is Carrie McFarlane. Today I'm going to share with you my results of the 3-day refresh that I just did. And you know what? Let me just show you actually. I was down 10.2 pounds and 5 inches in 3 days. I'm so excited about these results, you have no idea. Okay, so what is a 3-day refresh? A 3-day refresh is kind of a kickstart into a new healthy lifestyle or program that you're planning on doing. Over the next 60 days, I am going to participate in the Masters Hammer and Chisel. And after all of the holiday stuff, I wasn't really feeling like I was in tip-top shape. Actually, I know that I wasn't. You know, along with the holidays are a great time of year, but along with the holidays come a lot of food, and sometimes you just are in a position where you can't say no to that food. So what did I decide to do? I decided I was going to order the 3-day refresh. I ordered at the beginning of December, and it just kind of sat because I knew that I wanted Christmas and the New Year's and everything to be over with before I even started it. Otherwise, I would set myself up to fail. So 3 days ago, on December 30th, it was, 31st it was, I decided that I was going to just do the 3-day refresh. I knew how hard it was going to be. I've done a 3-day refresh before. I did one before I started the 21-day fix back in the end of August of 2015. And it was hard. It's definitely something that's more mentally challenging though than physically challenging, because as your body goes through these changes that the 3-day refresh provides for you, if you are not a good eater to begin with, your body's going to miss all of that processed stuff. So my first day was probably the most difficult, which was different than the first time that I did the 3-day refresh. My second day was the hardest because I was just drained physically. My body was tired, and I knew that if I ate something that I had been eating before, you know, chips, cookies, whatever, you know, a hamburger, cheeseburger, that my body would feel better. But that's not the case. You don't feel better. It's a temporary thing when you feel better from eating something like that, because your body's used to that. It's used to processing that kind of stuff. So of course your brain's gonna go right to that thinking of, you know what, I'm gonna feel better if I just eat what I was eating before, and this 3-day refresh really sucks. And I'm going to tell you that it does kind of suck. But once you get past those 3 days, you're in a better place. And what I really like about the 3-day refresh is that, you know, I've done other kinds of cleanses and stuff like that before, and it was never recommended to work out because you are in such a low calorie zone. You're in such a huge calorie deficit that if you expend any more calories, it's only going to have negative impacts on your body. So with the 3-day refresh, you get enough calories that you can actually eat, or you can actually work out. And I love to work out, and I know myself, if I take a 3-day break, it's going to turn into a 1-day break, which will turn into a 1-month vacation, which will turn into a 6-month sabbatical, and then eventually a complete layoff. And I've been there and I've done that, and I'm not going to ever do that to myself again. So I did the 3-day refresh. I lost the 10.2 pounds, the 5 inches. And now let me just share something with you. I did the 21-day fix from November 30th until December 20th, 21st. Weighed in, you know, I had gotten the flu during that time, so, you know, the results weren't fantastic. I had lost 2.8 pounds that round. But I know that since I had taken that week and a half off, and I really took it off. I still worked out, but I did not focus on my nutrition whatsoever. We had Christmas cookies, and we had chips and, you know, cheese, and we ate pizza, and I think I ate KFC a couple of times. So I just kind of like totally just went the opposite way from what I had been doing the last couple of months. So when I got on the scale the morning that I was going to start the 3-day refresh, it had gone up 6 pounds, okay? So I know that in 2 weeks time, I'm not putting on 6 pounds of fat. That's just almost impossible. I could have probably put on 1 pound of fat. The rest of it would have all been, bloating and water weight. And, I had increased my salt intake by probably 3,000%. So I was hanging on to just a lot of fluff. So this 10.2 pounds that I had lost during this 3-day refresh, I know that 6 of it was not body fats. It was just bloating and water weight and just the fluff that I was hanging on to because of my salt intake and not taking care of myself the way that I should have. But that left another 4.2 pounds that I know was body fat. It's just gone in 3 days. So what is the 3-day refresh? It's a little kit that you can order. It comes in this little box, and it is divided into 3 sections, and I actually have my guide right in here. And of course it's empty since I just did it, but you have the choice to order it with or without Shakeology. And although I get a monthly auto ship of Shakeology, I actually ordered it with Shakeology because it is recommended that you use the vegan formula of Shakeology, and I don't order vegan on a regular basis. Just a personal preference of mine. I'm not whey intolerant. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't drink milk, but I can eat cheese and I can drink whey proteins and all of that good stuff. So I decided that I was just going to go all in and I was going to order it with the vegan Shakeology. So I got 3 days worth of vegan Shakeology. I got 3 days worth of the vanilla refresh, so 2 packets for each day. And then I got 3 days worth of the fiber sweep, which is just your basic fiber mix to help, kind of clean out your intestines a little bit. So what do you do on the 3 days? You're in the morning when you wake up and you're supposed to drink filtered water. I just bought bottled water just for the 3 days, so that was my water. But as soon as you wake up, you're supposed to down 8 to 10 ounces of water, and that's not something that I ever had a problem with. Ever since I quit drinking soda, I get up in the morning and I drink a glass of water right away. It just kind of wakes my body up, the cells, and helps flush out any of the toxins that may have collected in your gut overnight. And then within an hour of waking, you're supposed to have breakfast, and breakfast is your Shakeology with a piece of fruit, and you can eat that piece of fruit a la carte, or you can mix it into your Shakeology. And for convenience sake, I just mixed my banana right into my Shakeology with 10.5 ounces of water, and that was my breakfast. And then the next thing that you do is within, or at least an hour after your breakfast, you're supposed to drink your fiber sweep. And I have a really long day. I'm up very early in the morning to get my workout done. So I'm up normally about 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 or so. So I'd have my breakfast by 5:30, but then I wouldn't have my fiber sweep snack until probably about 3 hours or so later. So I would have that, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then the next thing that you do is lunch, which is supposed to be a minimum amount of an hour after your fiber sweep. And for lunch, you get a piece of fruit and you get a vegetable and then a healthy fat along with the vanilla refresh drink. And that vanilla refresh drink is basically just a protein drink. There are no meats on the 3-day refresh, so you need to still get your protein in. And I know you can get plenty of plant-based protein, but there's not a lot of vegetables either. There's really not a lot of food, but you get enough calories. So 11:30 every day I would have my lunch, and that was an apple and 2 stalks of celery with 2 tablespoons of hummus along with my vanilla refresh. And then you get a snack, you get an afternoon snack, and that needs to be eaten no earlier than 1 hour after your lunch. So I would have my 5 baby carrots and 2 tablespoons of hummus. And then you get dinner, and dinner there's in the little recipe, or in the little 3-day refresh guide, there are suggested recipes of what you should be eating for dinner, and there's actually quite a few of them. And the nice thing about them is that if this is your first 3-day refresh, and if you're not used to really eating a lot of healthy foods, there is what they call the gas buster. So there is an option for foods that are not going to give you nearly as much gas, because that your body when you start to clean it out like this, it is natural for your body to produce a lot of gas, but it can be very uncomfortable. And if you're with a lot of people, most of the days, the 3 days, you kind of, you don't really want to be eating the foods that are going to give you all that gas. So since I've been taking care of myself for the most part for the last few months, I decided that I didn't really need to focus on those gas buster recipes, but I did the first time I did the 3-day refresh because I hadn't taken care of myself, eaten anything, consistently healthy for months prior to that. So gas was not an issue for me. And let's just face it, it's just a natural human body function, and it's part of life. So anyway, so my dinner was 8 stalks of asparagus drizzled with 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. There were 2 teaspoons, I believe, of sliced almonds on it. And then I would also have my vanilla refresh drink. Oh, 1 teaspoon of slivered almonds. I think I might have had 2. Oh well. Anyway, so you do that for 3 days. And me personally, I just choose what I'm going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and my snack, and then I just repeat that for 3 days. First of all, it's easier on my budget. It's just easier for planning. It's easier on my budget because I don't need to buy all of this stuff to make these meals for one day, because chances are you're not going to go back to the 3-day refresh for at least a month. There should be no reason that you need to, as long as you continue to live a healthy lifestyle and eat healthy foods while, for the next at least month. I mean, you work so hard for 3 days, why not keep it up for a couple of months? The second thing is that I do this because it's just easier on me for planning. I don't have a lot of time. I'm at work 9 hours a day, and I have a 45-minute drive each way. So I'm gone 10.5 hours a day. You sleep for 8, that's 18.5 hours a day. That only leaves me 6 hours to do other things, and I don't want to be spending it cooking. I don't like to cook, so I don't want to spend my time cooking. And I like I do meal planning and I do meal prepping, but I like most of my food to be fresh out of the oven, so I didn't want to spend a day cooking in preparation for the 3-day refresh. I could just make the stuff or just pack it quick and go. But 3-day refresh, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I could give it 4 thumbs up if I had more thumbs, but seriously, I did not expect this. 10 pounds, 10.2 pounds and 5 inches in 3 days. Like, I am ready for hammer and chisel, which I started today. So if you're considering ordering a 3-day refresh, trying to get some ideas on it, I definitely recommend it. This is the second one that I've done. I might do another one after hammer and chisel. My plan is to really focus on my nutrition for the next 60 days, but things happen, and I'm not gonna let life derail me like I did before. But just things happen, things come up, and sometimes it's not the easiest. You have to make it the best choices that you possibly can, and sometimes those choices that you have available to you don't necessarily follow your nutrition plan. So I will probably do another 3-day refresh in the future, but again, I love this. I hate it while I'm doing it, but I absolutely love how I feel when I'm done. I woke up this morning and I felt slimmer, I felt lighter. I'm not having, digestive issues like I was for the last week and a half of completely, falling off of the nutrition plan, the nutrition wagon. So if you have any questions, let me know. Give me a like, give me a dislike if you didn't like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do plan on putting up more videos about how I, keep myself healthy, and how I've managed to keep the last 65 pounds off. So let me know what you think. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.